is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibbs, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, they're 31 now on 1st and 10. The play-action fake, they'll look to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Gibbs, a solid stiff arm. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game, without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Rams are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Forced out to his left.
He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw is Stafford. And that will be incomplete as well.
This is not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On second down, it's Gibbs, and he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. They'll look to throw. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a first and 10. Now a give, right side. Gibbs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter.
Hey, check that, check that. Go.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Lions are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't have that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And that is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
This is brought in at the 21.
55-yard punt, 11 on the return.
And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Stafford.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. He'll field this at the 5.
54-yard punt, 14 on the return, nets and 40.
And the Lions will take over.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Check, contact, check, 10 through 11, 10 through 11.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
John Johnson with the INT.
And the Rams are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
After the interception, here's Stafford.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice short.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
2nd and 6. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
18
They'll look to throw here on first down. That is caught at the 7. And in for the Lions, touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead.
The extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Off of play action, here's Stafford. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And take it right on the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On first down, Gibbs.
102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs, and he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half, a second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Here's Stafford. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Throwing is Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. To this point, they've delivered.
Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now. Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. For this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. this offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ballgame, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run on 1st down. Gibbs. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's finest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the ain't no way. Somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and shoulders this to a man's. Not salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for. If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info.